Trickle down hurt. A lot of people are going to be hurt, and it's not going to be nice, and it's going to hurt on every end, on every front. Now, we've been a very broken record here on this channel for the last 10 years, and we've been trying really hard to wake up the masses of economic hurt, trickle down hurt. Now, what does that mean? Well, economically, you're up top. Okay? Once the economically, financially, in your personal life starts to falter, then that leads to depression, leads to alcoholism, drug abuse. It leads to divorce rates going up, homelessness. This is a trickle down economic hurt, and a lot of people are feeling it. And I know because of the amount of emails and Instagram messages, Facebook messages are through the roof. I've never had so many people reach out to me in the span of the last 3 months that I have in, I don't know. And it is coming down. And this economic trickle down hurt is, oh, but if I become homeless, I'm not going to bug anybody. But then it starts affecting the city. And then, oh, I'm just going to couch surf on my friend's couch for a couple of months. It affects him, his marriage. It all is a trickle down hurt when we cannot be financially responsible for ourselves. Canada is a very good example. In the 1980s, Canada was a type of country where all you needed was a job and you had everything. And it didn't have to be a crazy out there doctor job. I'm talking bagging groceries at Food City or, working in the pharmacy, cleaning up and doing stuff. You still made enough to get by. You still made enough not to hinder others. Oh, can you lend me some money? Right? That whole thing is no longer a reality if you're living in Canada. So let's go like a broken record. And today's broken record is very interesting because it's going on something that we said word for word. So on the news yesterday, we covered this on Mike in the Night. We did an emergency broadcast on Mike in the Night last night, and we brought up this article. More than half of Canadians are $200 away or less from missing bill payments. Okay? So then it goes into the whole reports of insolvency says 52% of Canadians say they are $200 or less away from not being able to pay their bills. Sure. Debt savings worries as higher interest rates and costs take a toll, says survey, BNN Bloomberg. More than half of Canadians say they are $200 away or less from not being able to pay their bills. And that's 52%. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up and reading these articles is because of this. We actually have a track record. 4 years ago, Canadians going bankrupt, 46% of Canadians are $200 or less away from financial insolvency. So there's the video right there. Canadians, so we said this, 46%. Now, we are at, where'd it go? 52%. So it's growing. And we've been on this right there. We've been on this. And there it is right there. $200, baby. $200, baby. So 46%. And we covered this because we knew that the hurt was coming. And then we covered it again. 48% of Canadians on the brink of insolvency, survey says. So look at it, 46%, 48%. So it keeps going up, and now we're at 52. This was a few months down the road from the last video. Look at that. So we've been very, very heavy. Mass exodus ahead. Just wait till they raise rates. So there it is right there, 48%. So we've been building this up on the channel over the years. And let's look at Canadian unemployment rate rises as population outpaces jobs. So Canada's economy continued to add jobs last month. What jobs? What jobs are adding? Not private sector mom and pops. These jobs. So we warned you guys about government jobs destroying Canada. By 2025, 60% public sector. By 2030, 80 to 85%. I believe that Canada is going to be all government jobs and government regulated. And there it is right there. Canadian economy too dependent on public sector jobs. Nearly 9 in 10 jobs created in 2021. So majority of jobs that were created in 2021 were government jobs. See? Fake. Canadian job growth, public sector does not count. Mom and pops to be taxed to death. Private versus public sector jobs. See, we've been warning you guys for years about this. Junk employment data. All right, let's keep going. More Banks of Canada, more Bank of Canada rate hikes risk tilting the economy into recession, says analysis. But if they don't get the bad debt off the books, we're going to be forever in a bubble, right? So the Bank of Canada's move to come off the sidelines after a 5-month pause has sent a signal that some economic pain will be needed to tame the stubborn inflation, leading investors to raise bets on hard landing for the economy. And let's go into here. And there's the smoking gun right there 5 years ago. Major Canadian real estate debt passed 76% of GDP. Mass inflation to hit by 2022. Tax hikes ahead 5 years ago. This is very, very important because our economy was too hinged on housing, right? Then the smoking guns right here. Canadians have borrowed way too much. Interest rates need to go up to hedge against inflation. 5 years ago. We need to raise rates another 3 to 5% to help combat massive wave of inflation. People are borrowing way too much and using their homes as ATM machines. And then if you go here, interest rates are headed to 9% by 2022. Must watch or inflation will creep up. And that was 4.5 years ago. We were warning people that rates need to go up. And we've been warning people about this. Guys, if you want to catch last night's Mike in the Night, we did an emergency episode 512. We've been doing Mike in the Night since 2016. If you guys want to check out the last episode right there is Guillain-Barré Syndrome Outbreak, the Sound of Freedom movie. So we made, and then there's last Mike in the Night there, 511. So if you guys want to join us for Mike in the Night, we are still doing Mike in the Night, but we've been moving from platform to platform. You could find all of the information of who we are and what we're about on realmikemartins.com. We have a lot of call-ins. You could add me on Skype for Mike in the Night. And we have a lot of call-ins on the show. The show is really well made. And the callers that call in are incredible. And sometimes you get to see the people that call in that want to be shown. We have article scans of the articles we're talking about. You know, I do my best all these years to try to accommodate a community for us to all be together. And hope to see you there on Rumble on Mike in the Night. You can find all the information at realmikemartins.com. Again, back to the broken record over and over again. And just trying to warn people, not creating the fear porn, about this trickle-down hurt is going to affect more people than they think they're not going to be affected. There's a lot of people thinking, well, Mike, you know, I'm okay, man. And then you got the knock on the door from the brother, the knock on the door that doubted you when you didn't trust the science and they trusted the science. All of a sudden, they trust your economics and your savings and your money. And that's what's going to have to happen. We're going to have to start, again, stop the divide. Start taking care of our families. Start taking care of our neighbors. Start loving each other more. That is the way to do it, folks. I just wanted to put this video. I know it's a broken record. I know, but we need to tie in that we've been saying this, and let's connect the dots to where we are. So that first article, what was it, 42 or 46%? Then it was 48%. Now we're at 52% of Canadians are $200 away from being hurt. And it's really sad because I grew up in the Canada where all you needed was a job. And you pretty much had it all. You did. Anyways, guys, Mike Martins here. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Please share this video if you feel that it was important or if you feel you got something from it. I have spoken.